What is up, FPV fam? It's your boy dopeyfpv, and welcome back to my channel. This will be a quick behind the scenes look at how I turn a boring move into one that is actually Instagram worthy. So stay tuned to the end of the video to check out the final move. Before I start, let me just say this is just an elevation on one move. But if you want to see uh how I create a whole line, a whole 1 minute line, stay tuned for the next video. So yeah, remember to sub and press the bell icon so you won't miss that out. So without further ado, let's go to my screen and I'll break down the process together with you. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome to my screen. So I've prepared a bunch of clips to show you how I break down the trick and my thought process on how I elevate a simple boring maneuver into something more Instagram worthy. All right, here we go. First of all, when you reach the spot, you fly around, you recce, and then you identify the gap you want to do your trick through or at or on. So for me, this tree gap here is quite decent in size between two trees. But as you can see, there's another tree in front of it. So that means you can't go through straight, but you have to go from high to low. But that's a good thing because it creates a level of dynamism to your video, to your trick, and it increases the trick value. So I'm just going to roll to have a feel of how it will go. Yep. So simple. Just go from high to low, roll through the gap. So this is a step for you to get comfortable with the entry. Second thing, what I thought I could do is actually starting from a lower level. So I went from the lower altitude and then I go to high and then back down. So this creates another layer of level play, which adds more value to your trick because it's more dynamic. Okay, so here we go from low, high, and then low. Just a simple roll to get a feel of it. Yep, so that's it. So the next thing is you have to imagine what you want to do through this gap. You can't just be rolling because you want your video to have that wow effect. So imagine grab something out of your bag of tricks, and for me it's always going backwards. So here I'm gonna try to go backwards through the gap. Essentially that's a reverse split S, but instead of rolling fast and flipping, it's like a barrel roll down and then going backwards, reverse split S. And yeah, it's doable, right? So we go back to step 2 where we try from a lower altitude up and do the reverse split S through the gap. It's all steps by steps, right? And woo, right, it's possible. Okay, we pause here because I want to show you something. As soon as I complete this video, I notice that there's actually another gap here which can be used. So I thought, hey, how do I increase it to the next level? Let's do it. So let's try to execute something in this gap within the big gap. So what do? I go back to step 1. I try to roll into it, and this time I've also like added something before the trick. Instead of flying through the tree, through the grass patch here, I found, hey, there's a drain here and then there's a bridge. Maybe I could go through it prior to the trick. So again, increase the video value. So through the bridge and roll to the gap. Yep. So you see that is just to get used to the movement and where to aim. So it's possible, go through the gap. Next step is to actually go through the gap backwards first. Instead of starting from the beginning, I decided, hey, why not try a reverse split S first through this gap to see whether it can be done. And bam! Let's see that again. Let's see that again. And bam! Right. So you see, it is doable. So once you get all this down, practice, practice, practice. I don't know how many packs you need, but try as much as necessary. And then you string it all up together to create one dope as move. And of course, if you want the line to be longer, just add something before that, add some flow, add some flavor. And this is your finishing move if you really want to end it with a bang. All right, so this is the final move. Down the drain, under the bridge, go up and down, aim for the gap, and wham, through that gap. And of course, if you do it nicely, continue your line with this ridiculous inverted yaw spin that doesn't look good. Let's see that again. And yeah, from a boring trick into something like this, increase your video value. Your trick will be the bomb, and now you can post it on Instagram and get likes, right? Right. So that's it. So that is how my thought process goes when I go into a spot and find a trick to do. First of all, step by step, go into a boring move. Make sure you're comfortable with the entry, and then elevate it like further and further and further. Of course, this is not the final step. You can actually do something more crazier than me. It's limitless. Just keep on adding to your trick, and that will increase the trick difficulty, the video value, and yeah. So if you like this kind of content, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon, because I'm coming out with more videos like this. And on the next one, I'll do a proper line and show you guys my thought process behind the scenes look at how I develop a 1 minute line. Okay. So yeah, that's it from me, man. Just a quick video. This is Dopey FPV. I'll see you guys on the next pack. Bye bye.